So much of what we talk about when we talk about like supplementation, therapies, procedures is just providing the right information for the body to be in homeostasis and optimized. That's
Correct.
what I've learned through even things like homeopathic or all sorts. So all of these different topics. So that's why it's really interesting that you're providing that information directly to the microbiome. You're looking at the gut health and saying, hey guys, here's how to do it. Keep doing that. And it's very interesting when you start to look at, because I suppose space is such a rugged and challenging environment to be in. We understand that even cosmonauts, if they start to lose, and astronauts, if they lose that Schumann waves and everything, they start to not generate as much. And there's so many variables there. So for you to choose the gut and the microbiome as the thing to focus on, that means it's vitally important because you're trying to narrow it down. When you were going through this idea of being in space, did you automatically go to the gut, or was that through kind of this interpretive understanding and a breakdown of this is the most important part?
Yes. So we believe that gut is the second brain, but
Hmm.
I believe that gut is among our first brains. Another brain that we have is the liver, right? So between the gut and the brain, there's all kinds of pathways that needs to be um, basically cleared out and make sure that there's no challenges that make it altered in terms of information in our body. So the gut is the most important. And when we say listen to your gut, I would say be careful, don't until you fix it. Until you
Right.
fix your microbiome, yeah. So the gut brain have like this channeling gut brain axis that today a lot of people have been informed, and there's a lot of research about how mental issues and mood, everything that is psychologically challenging, and the brain issues as well have been related directly to our gut. And when they have issues, they try to give. We're actually experimenting a lot with mice. This is all like space research that you can actually find out there. They realize that the microbiome in the gut are the ones that govern the process of thinking and the mind. Of course, there are other aspects originally within your system, but the way you feed your gut and the number of microbiome population is almost like they are the ones, the population that decide what you're going to feel as mood. They govern the hormone balance. They make decisions. They also tells you, for example, hey, we need sugar right now. Hey, we are craving donuts right now. Or the opposite. Hey, we actually need some broccoli here because we need to have this and that, and that in our microbiome activities that they detect like all these it's like a computer that needs to feed different signals to different areas so that the body could actually work at its optimum. And this model actually, I didn't have a chance to explain like how the Japanese scientists at the beginning started this. Actually, they took the model from the centenarians in the Blue Zone in Okinawa.
Mm.
So the model of the centenarians, they even found like super centenarians. So the word super here is not just because it's cool. Hey, it's super centenarians. No, it's because they surpassed basically the diseases of people above 70 and 80 years old that's supposed to kill them, but they survive that. And they not only survive, they basically thrive from this strength, like right, having overcome these diseases. And they basically call it also super centenarians because we discovered that these are super bacteria that lives in their gut digestive systems. And these super bacteria are very different from worker bacteria that we all have and consume, for example, from cheese and yogurt. So, I realized that, we buy tons of probiotics today. There's nothing against it, but if our body is not great enough to basically host them, to welcome them, because the bacteria and the parasites, the microbiome that live in our digestive system are not friendly, these super bacteria just this bacteria, the worker bacteria that we consume from the probiotics, they just leave us. They just go away
Yeah.
from number one, number two. So we actually have the super bacteria metabolite that is in the astrobiome, so
Mm.
that it does not have to deal with the host that we have in terms of getting eliminated or not. They just send signal and they learn this model and they acknowledge, and then they will try to follow. So that's
I always look at
the
the
analogy we have.
microbiome when I try to explain it to others as, it's the microcosmic view of what we are to the earth. We are inhabitants of the earth. If we are a healthy inhabitant that doesn't abuse it and, doesn't do things, earth is healthy. And then if you take that, shrink that down and put it in your stomach, that's kind of what's going on. You have billion trillions of these bacteria living. They are not you actually, different organisms within you. And if they are the workers, they are a ruly society in your stomach, then you will be healthy. If they are unruly and kind of these criminals and villains and
Right.
craving all these bad things for you, then you'll most likely be unhealthy. And a lot of
Yes.
what I'm hearing here is that these postbiotics are kind of coming in and turning the unruly into the ruly, making it a better society that is
Right.
thriving inside of you, and therefore you thrive.